Okay, now, Scorpio, it is your turn. So, you are called towards emotional sovereignty. It's your destiny. At first, you're being called to leave behind emotional imbalances, uncleared intentions, and connections that are keeping you waiting instead of becoming. So, Scorpio, you were the soul lesson, now become. Let's look at your very first card for your soul contract. Page. This connection came to awaken your sacred self-worth. It may have begun innocently, a flirtation, a spark, a spiritual curiosity, but beneath the surface, it was about recognizing your value and not waiting to be chosen. This person was never the full commitment. They were just an invitation to commit to yourself. So your current energy, reversed temperance. You're off balance. Maybe you have been overcompensating, emotionally exhausted, or slipping into an all or nothing energy. You may have felt like your inner world is in conflict, trying to stay patient, but burning with feelings that have no outlet. The solstice is asking, where can you return to divine equilibrium and stop pouring from your reserves? So their energy, Three of Cups. They're in light energy, distracted, social, maybe even using external pleasures to avoid all the emotional depth. That doesn't mean they don't care, but it shows that they're not showing up in the way that you need them. They may be friendly, they may even be flirtatious, but they're not grounded in your energy. And if they are in a third party situation, this card can also highlight this dynamic. They're obviously celebrating. They're obviously even trying to focus on the party instead of the work. So the shared energy between you two is the Hierophant. This is definitely a spiritual contract, a karmic soul agreement, or maybe a soulmate agreement to reflect the values, faith, and the tradition. For some, this is about a marriage that never actually actualized, or for others, it may be a teacher-student dynamic. Either way, you both came together to evolve in your own belief systems about love. And you taught each other something very sacred, but it necessarily does not mean permanent. So your block, Ace of Wands. This connection may be driven more by passion than purpose. There's fire, but there is also follow through. There's chemistry, but is there commitment? The block lies in the inconsistent energy, impulsive, that spark without a structure. It burns hot and then it disappears, and that inconsistency is wounding your nervous system and soul trust. Soul lesson, 9 of Pentacles. This is radical independence. You are being asked to release attachment and rise into a self-fulfilling value. This is about emotional and spiritual wholeness, no longer needing someone else's validation to feel loved. You are no longer the chaser or the teacher. You are the Empress in waiting. And building the life, the wealth, the worth that calls in your match. This card says, what do you actually want? Because does this signify that energy of what your efforts and what is the prize? Aligned action, Ace of Cups. So open your heart, but not to them, to yourself. This is a call to pour back into your own cup Start a new chapter. Say yes to aligned love. Say yes to self-devotion. Say yes to a real container of a beautiful love. Start again with clearer boundaries, deeper tenderness. Let love actually flow in, but only in those safe containers. You are in this beginning stage of real internal love. Feelings will be. So your soulless transmutation is the Eight of Wands. Fast movement, energetic upgrades, divine momentum. This solstice is clearing your emotional stagnation and aligning you with new beginnings, soul downloads, and magnetic power. Prepare for rapid changes, but only if you stop holding on to old chapters. Say the goodbyes, and the universe will meet you in. There is movement here. It's going to happen fast. So what should happen within the next 30 days? Well, you have the Empress, and at the bottom of the deck, I have the Eight of Cups. So walking away from less is the portal to receiving more. The Empress is your future. You are going to be fertile, divine, magnetic, powerful, sovereign. She no longer runs after love, she receives it. And everything that was unclear, delayed, or chaotic fades away as you rise. It's time for you to walk away and let go of anything no longer serves you. Scorpio, your solstice message is that you are the destination. They were just a doorway. You were meant to become your own healing, home, and highest love. And now the divine is matching your worth with the blessings you've never seen before. The energy you are is echoing outside of you. And whatever you are will show up when you release whatever does not align with you. All right, Scorpio, that is your reading for the solstice. They were never the destination. You are. All right, let's move on to the next.